In Cyprus, a lot of people are solopreneurs now,
Yes.
and everywhere. Just name the benefits of having a company versus a sole trader. I think you named them, but like just
Okay,
briefly.
having a company, if your profit is more than 60,000, definitely you cannot trade as a sole trader because you will be paying tax at the rate of 35%. 35%, I mean, it's the highest rate ever. It's like you're partnered with the government. 1/3 of every profit, not turnover, of every profit that you have for your own disposal will be going as payroll tax, as pay as you earn. In addition to that, you will be paying higher social insurance, higher NHS contribution, because that profit that you will be making as a sole trader will be as if it is your salary. So it's the taxes are high, and you are exposed personally to the VAT, personally to the income tax office, personally to the social insurance office, personally to your employees, which might have claims.
So you advise everyone, even as soon as they get started, even if they're not making, let's say, the basic 20K a year?
Yeah, I think the cost of setting up a company and paying a chartered accountant and the advice that you're going to get, definitely, it's definitely worth it.
Okay. Because then you pay money on other things that you don't think.
Of course, and you lose time, effort,
and you
energy.
try to go to your own social insurance and this and that, and I've been through that.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, Pavlina, sole traders get more scrutinized by the local authorities than companies. Because companies have audited financial statements to submit, whilst sole traders whose turnover is less than 70,000, they can submit them on their own. So our income tax office knows that there are lots of mistakes, so they perform tax investigation, which ends up in higher payroll taxes, maybe social security.
It just gives you more credibility with the tax authorities if they see on the system that you have an auditor doing your taxes. They log in and they can see everything now. And even on a European level, you're in Europe, they can check things. So it's better for your auditor to be logging in and doing everything.
To our international audience, it's important to stress that Cyprus is an EU country. Maybe the taxes are low, but it's fully regulated, fully monitored by the EU. Therefore, you would expect a certain level of scrutiny if you don't have a chartered accountant. Obviously.
So you're saying anyone from our international audience, whatever type of industry they're in, they can enroll the company in Cyprus and pay taxation here. There is a way to do it.
Of course. And there are many tax benefits. If you want, I can stress them out now. Or
it's just like quickly give the benefits.
Basically, for trading companies, Pavlina, the tax is only 12.5%, okay? For trading companies, dividends, as we said, to shareholders who are not Cypriots are tax-free. So a headquarter that wants to sit here in Cyprus will only be paying 12.5%. There are special incentives for headquartering where they can bring their employees from abroad and get special fast visas and get extra tax benefits. They haven't been announced yet, but they will be announced. If you are designing intellectual properties such as software or patents or products with proprietary rights, then you can end up paying only 2.5% of corporation tax, which is really, really low.
Because we want to promote innovation.
Of course, we want to promote innovation, we want to become a financial hub. There are tax incentives for shipping companies where they can choose to pay their taxes based on the tonnage system instead of corporation tax. We have tax systems for movie production companies. It's under the scheme of Hollywood, where a production here in Cyprus can pay 25% or 35%, can pay up to 35%, can get up to 35% tax credit, or pay 25 or get 25 or 35% a cash rebate. This goes for movies. For funds and investment firms, trading of securities is tax-free. Capital introduced for these investments, for these companies, you can get a notional deduction at the year-end corporation tax. So you might end up setting a fund or setting an investment firm and paying only 2.5% at the year-end instead of 12.5%.
It's basically incredible for investors, for funds, for startups.
For high net worth individuals who want to reside in Cyprus, they can enjoy worldwide tax-free dividends if they stay here only 90 days and they don't stay overseas for more than 183 days. Disposal of securities is tax-free. Disposal of immovable properties, of assets, of houses from abroad is also tax-free. And okay, these are very good incentives for the companies. These companies that want to come and establish presence here in Cyprus, we also have strong incentives for their personnel. Okay, the one incentive is what we mentioned. The first 19,500 are tax-free for all Cypriots. So on the payroll, when you book an employee, this employee will start paying pay-as-you-earn tax, not social securities, but pay-as-you-earn, after their taxable amount exceeds the 19,500. Thereon, if big companies want to bring their executives to the island who are earning more than 100,000, there is a tax break of at least 50%. So the income tax office assumes that from their gross remuneration, it will tax only 50%, which is a very strong incentive, again, because they will be paying very low pay-as-you-earn tax.
Even for a small company like mine, this 19.5 tax-free, it's very helpful.
It's good enough. I think it's the highest in Europe.
Have 1, 2 full-time employees, is still, or part-time even, is very helpful.
And the NHS, Pavlina, is very important to know. These companies, if they want to employ people here and they pay social securities for them, they will have to pay NHS, our national health system, which means that their employees can go to our public hospital and get treatment with minimum cost. I mean, almost tax-free. There are more tax incentives, like overseas tax is tax-free unless it exceeds 3,400. If you acquire property here in Cyprus that has VAT, you don't have to pay transfer fees. If you acquire property in Cyprus that doesn't have VAT, the transfer fees are 50% discounted, and this has been going on since several years now. There are many tax incentives.
Basically, Cyprus is like, yes, it is tax paradise, but it's regulated by Europe.
Tax paradises.
But you need to have your consultant. It doesn't mean that you come here and you do whatever you want.
No.
You need to have your advisor, because there's little details, and this person will be able to advise you.
And some of these tax benefits have a time lapse. So you need someone like us to advise you so that you enroll and you absorb the benefits before they expire, and they're not applicable to you.
Don't try to do it on your own.